Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Theology Thursday. It has been well over 2 months now since we've been together in this space for worship together in person. And I know for many of us that is a real sadness and a real lament. You can see the congregation that has been gathering for the last few weeks in our sanctuary. So one of the things I want to just encourage you is to continue to be patient. We will be back together. I know as things unravel and unfold in the state and throughout our country, there are counties that are starting to make their own decisions and people that are upset with governor's decisions. And I want to just say, hang in there and be patient. We will be back together again at some point in time. But as a congregation, our task force has begun to work and is starting to talk about what that will look like when the time comes for us to reopen. But even though I know some folks have talked about the fact that churches are exempt, the numbers are the thing I think that really is the indicating factor at the moment. So currently you still can't meet with groups more than 10. When our county goes to yellow, it'll go up to 25. And then eventually when we go to green, then that's when we will be able to start being back together for things like worship. But even then, we need to know that it's going to not be the same as it was when we left. Worship won't be able to happen in the same way. It'll be with a lot of other precautions and safety features along the way. But I want to just reassure you that yes, we come to this space and we experience God in this room. We did that on a weekly basis when we gathered as God's people here at Trindle Spring Lutheran Church. But this isn't the only place that God happens to be. Right now, God happens to be out in creation as it is blooming and growing and as beautiful as ever, especially with all the rain that we've had. But now that it's warming up just a little bit and the sun is shining this morning, things are beautiful outside. God is in the midst of that. So go and enjoy it. Take a walk, take a hike out in the woods, out in the fields, whatever is soothing and calming for you. But remember that God is present. God is present with you in creation. God is present with you in your home, in your backyard. God is there. Our worship experience doesn't just have to be in this building. I think that's important for us as the church. We talk about the church needing to be out in the world and not just behind these four walls all the time. This is a moment for us to acknowledge that, especially when it comes to something like worship, that we can be outside these four walls and still gather together. This morning, I'm dressed up because I'm actually doing a funeral, not for a member of the congregation, but a small graveside service for someone else today. And I wanted to share with you a passage that I love to read and share at funerals, but it talks about God being wherever we happen to be, wherever we go. It's a portion of Psalm 139. The title in the NRSV is The Inescapable God. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, O Lord, you know it completely. You hem me in, behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is so high that I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit, or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and settle at the farthest limits of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me fast. Psalm 139 reminds us that it doesn't matter where we go, even if we're trying to flee from God, we can't. God is there. God has been there. God will be there again when we leave. So trust me, God is in this space. God will continue to be in this space, and God will be in this space when we come back together here at Trindle Spring Lutheran Church for worship. But don't discount the fact that God is with you. God is with you in your house. God is with you in your conversations with your families, be it via Zoom or phone or the folks that are gathered in your house. The inescapable God. To me, that is a comforting notion, because no matter what I do, no matter where I go, I can count on God's presence now and always. Thanks be to God for that gift. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and be patient. Hopefully we will see you soon.